Good to see you, Nancy. Now, I understand last night some of the reaction from people undecideds watching, at least on MSNBC. They were a little uncertain about that answer by the senator, and critics are saying this morning that it is not exactly a new proposal, that the rescue plan that the president signed into law last week already gives the Treasury that power. Add that with, Nancy, Obama's advisors say that Senator Obama actually recommended that step at a news conference 2 weeks ago. Let me give you your shot to respond to all of that.
Well, Tamron, I think that Senator Obama has a little bit of a not invented here problem, but that's just my perspective. Senator McCain has stepped forward and said, look, we've just passed a $700 billion rescue plan. There is a tremendous amount of unclarity about how that money's going to be spent. His plan says you have got to take care of the homeowners first. They are the first priority. And by the way, if you do this the way that he's designed it, you will actually lower the need for other toxic assets to be picked up. You'll alleviate the problem by going in and fixing the loans and establishing the value for those right now, and hopefully lower the amount of any money that would need to be used as a bailout for Freddie and Fannie. So you'd go in and you'd solve the problems, but you'd put the homeowners right up front and say that first $300 billion has got to go to them.
Okay, Nancy, let me move on and play a little clip from last night that people are talking about. I want your thoughts on it. Here's the moment.
It was an energy bill on the floor of the Senate, loaded down with goodies, billions for the oil companies. And it was sponsored by Bush and Cheney. You know who voted for it? You might never know. That one. You know who voted against it? Me.
So what do you make of the that one comment and all of the hubbub it started this morning?
Well, Tamron, I think he was just probably showing some frustration over the fact that Senator Obama has been running ads claiming that Senator McCain supported all sorts of giveaways and goodies to the energy industry when Senator McCain was the one who voted against that bill, and Senator Obama was the one who voted for it. It is a complete distortion of their records and the facts, and Senator McCain was, I think, showing very clearly which one voted for it and which one voted against it.
Just so you're saying, was it this one or that one moment? All right, well, this morning on Today, Ann Curry asked about the new, more aggressive style of the McCain campaign, and noting that Sarah Palin has been linking Senator Obama to domestic terrorism and bringing up Obama's former pastor. As you well know, it's been reported that people have yelled obscenities at least one rally. I want to play Senator Biden's response to some of the things that are happening on the campaign trail.
I watched the news, and I heard that a couple of people hollering from the audience, semi-vile things about, terrorist things like that. And the idea that a leading American politician who might be vice president of the United States would not just stop mid-sentence and turn and condemn that, this is slippery slope.
So what do you say? Should Governor Palin, at least in the clip that we've been seeing floating around, should she admonish people in the audience when they say things that have been reported out there?
Well, I have to tell you, Tamron, when I was watching that speech, I could tell people were yelling. I couldn't even tell what they were saying. I think it's more likely that if you have a major candidate running for president of the United States, that you would wonder why he would apparently have no problem whatsoever serving on a board with someone who was a domestic terrorist, and by the way, an absolutely radical education advocate. This is somebody who held up, and then we're talking, of course, about Bill Ayers, who held up Hugo Chavez as an example of an education reformer. So the dictator in Venezuela who hates America is somehow the model that we should be following. So I would ask more the question of why would a major presidential candidate think it's okay to hang out with somebody like this and even coordinate and work with him, and what exactly were the education reforms that they were collaborating on? Okay,
Nancy Pfotenhauer, thank you so much for your time. And of course, the Obama response to that is that he didn't have a relationship with Bill Ayers, but that's to be decided.
They worked together on a board. They worked together on the Annenberg project, and they worked specifically together on education reform proposals. And Mr. Ayers, in addition to being an unrepentant terrorist, is someone who has extraordinarily radical views on education reform and literally thinks Chavez has it right and America has it wrong.
All right, Nancy, I'll let you have the final word on that debate.